Welcome to another Field of Glory 2 Digital League Season 9 battle. This is Early Middle Ages Division A. In this match against Triari, I have the Byzantines with Arab allies against his Dailami with the same Arab allies. So, let's take a look at the field. Looks like we'll have secure flanks against this water. It could be irritating if he dumps mass archers on one side. Let's see what he's got. A strong, well, no, actually, a pretty weak light infantry wing. 3 units, and then 3 units of mass archers, so not much in terms of shooting. Your box standard Muslim spearmen, some light spear infantry in the form of Bedouin and Indian close fighters. The meat of this list is the Dailami foot, medium impact foot swordsmen, including the superior variety. Good lance-armed light horse, cheap lancers, a war elephant to make my life difficult, and mounted archers. So, I'm going to have to find a way to fight the war elephant with infantry. I'll want a bit of my own Dailami foot to occupy this built-up area. Otherwise, I think I'm going to be relying heavily on cavalry, with some light support to neutralize his lights, but overall I think I want cavalry because if he brings Dailami, I can just zone of control lock them. If I don't screw up my spacing, of course. Okay. Do I even want... No, I really don't. And I want Bedouin light horse on the wings. $700 points left. Thematic lancers and archers, they are only above average, and so they are cheap. And in fact, what I might do is deploy further back. So that we have room to work with and we're not running into this hill, which will undoubtedly be covered in massed archers. No, thank you. Okay, 500 points remaining. What to do? Do I want these ridiculously expensive units? Maybe. Bedouin cavalry, 36-point lancers. Yeah, I probably want some of these. Alright. I will take the cataphracts for the center. In fact, maybe I'll put them in reserve so I can decide where I want them. Alright, Muslim Lancers, above average, sure. Then what? Could bring Nomad Horse Archers to shoot back. Or Tagmatic Lancers and Archers. Nomads. Okay, we got... It's pretty okay. 43 points remaining. Could grab the shield wall, but I don't know that I'm particularly interested. Maybe I'll need them to fight the elephants, though. Grab them and put them in reserve. There. Okay, commands. There's a cavalry command. That's the central commander-in-chief command. Infantry command, and I think I might actually want it on the shield wall. Another cavalry command. Go. Okay. Might need to get a little bit creative to avoid getting shot up by master archers, but otherwise this should be okay. And what I might do early on is shift the line over to the left to kind of line up with this river line. All right, let's see his deployment. There's that elephant, as expected. Superior Lancers, good choice given what I've brought to the field. And the question is, what is it that I can't see here? Here. The elephants will be a huge problem. Okay. Well, let's shift the offensive spearmen over to that right flank to combat the elephants and move our Klipanophodoi away from them. I don't want to waste an 84-point unit on getting disordered and broken. Alright, so first off, we adjust this unit here, and see if he reveals more of what he's got. In the meantime, we'll need to decide. Letting him occupy this rough ground will be annoying. At the same time, I don't think it's fatal because we do have half bow. So if we need to, we can let him take this and just work around it into the open, or just shoot into it with our half bow. We'll just need to be careful to screen the cavalry from these light infantry. Masked archers, if he parks them on the hill, I'll just not move near. So I'm going to have to make him work for it. I think I will shift light infantry over to the right to gain light superiority. There we go. Next turn. Alright. Full infantry line, masked archers behind. He's going to try to extend his line, so we need to extend our line, etc. Very good. And you get out of the way a bit. Get that shield wall forward. Cataphracts forward. And extend that line. Let's see everything we need to see here. Alright. We might need to shift another unit over. Not too inclined to do that, but maybe these Tagmatic Lancers or these guys might need to shift over. Okay. Next turn. The upside of moving towards the sail is that we can narrow the battlefield and shift left more. But I don't know if that's particularly worth it. Alright, let's stare some more. Next turn. There are the elephants. They're going to shift over to the cavalry wing, I suppose. Nice hill for his 4 units of cavalry. Looks like we're at a bit of an impasse. Alright. Turn the spearmen around. Wheel, wheel. And we can get ready, without necessarily doing it, to narrow the battlefield so we can shift left. Next turn. Alright, now we're playing catch up. That hill. That's the extreme range. I really don't want to get caught up in that. So we will shuffle a bit, but otherwise all we're doing is shifting these spears back over so that they can face the war elephants. And otherwise we're sitting here. I am not charging a position with forest and rough ground and a hill and a big hill with archers on it. No thank you. If that means a draw, that means a draw. Next turn. Alright, so we're both shifting over. Maybe. Or if he's just straightening out his line, it's hard to say. Alright, forward and you may inch forward. Send the Dailami to occupy this built-up area. We might want to send our own Dailami, veteran Dailami, here as well. So we have Dailami and Dailami, and then we can cover the gap with cavalry. Very good. Next turn. Keep marching this infantry over and get our Dailami pushing towards rough ground. There. What is that? 3 tiles. Okay. These 2 units will be able to shift over then. Eventually. Next turn. Keep trundling. Shift into place. C 1, 2, that's out of range. Good, so take cover in there. Forward 1, forward 1. Keep our heavies exactly centered then. There we go. Next turn. Okay, well, if that's the case, I think we're going to draw then. Can start shuffling around a little bit, but I just don't think an assault is possible. Next turn. Alright, then we'll keep stretching out. Keep these spears in reserve, depending where those elephants go. I can stretch out a little bit more. Gonna inch forward a bit, see what's what. We are out of bow shot. Okay, next turn. Let's push our offensive spearmen forward a bit. Do we take some risks? So withdraw them out of the way. We'll retain 2 units of horse here to try to hold this down, but in general we're going to shift 2 more units over. Then we can take up these last 2 squares and advance. 12 turns left, we don't have a lot of time, but there's no sense getting reckless. There we go. Next turn. There we go, that extends our line. Elephants are moving over, so of course we have to move over in response. Fill the gap and inch forward. Let's prepare to confront their Bedouin light horse with our own Bedouin light horse. Will remain just out of close bow shot. Next turn. Okay, we commence with not very much time left on the clock, so we'll see. What exactly is in here? Dailami foot. Okay. The elephants are still there. Cavalry wing here is rather weak. Oh sure, why not? Keep out of range of the massed archers. And we need to keep back in range of support of the shield walks. We're going to need that to neutralize these war elephants. In the meantime, do we commence or do we just shoot back? Height 100. I think we just shoot back for now. I rarely engage at long range with skirmishers, but I don't really want to move into range of massed archers. Maybe next turn though, now that we've gained a slight advantage. Okay. Next turn. I'm confused. Is he coming out to fight or not? Well, let's inch forward, but not quite into the firing range. Okay, we can risk disruption. In fact, I'd rather draw fire onto my lights and away from my non-light infantry. So let's put some pressure on. Good. And push up. So that soon we can be in charge range. Offensive spearmen at the ready. Not much of a role for the lights. Maybe they'll fill a gap down here as it opens up. Okay. Good. Maybe in 2 turns we'll have contact, which will probably not be enough time to finish the battle. Next turn. Successfully dodged my shield wall with his elephants. Very annoying. Not close enough, is that it? Yeah. It's half arc, but I want the disruption. No, or not. Chase him down then. Lock these 2 units in. Try for a disruption. Good. Infantry support here. Try to trip up these light lancers. Here we go. This is all a little bit awkward as well, honestly. How many turns? Let's see, 1, 2, 3 turns till we have to worry about that. We might be able to simply block it with the infantry as well. Okay. Let's try some harassment. It's not going to cause a cohesion check, but it might encourage him to move a little bit more recklessly. Alright. Next turn. Yeah, I was afraid he might do that. Blocked his lights and so my heavies could not engage his main infantry line. Well, that's no problem, we'll just bounce it. With a disrupt even. Bounce it again. Bounce that. Good. And bounce that. Okay, this whole situation is quite unfortunate. What can we do? They held firm. Too bad. Get ready to reinforce. The left wing is going to cave, I think. Could try this. The impact is bad. The melee is good. Or push these archers. Those are veterans. Lock in the veterans. Get ready to push this disrupted unit. Keep up your fire. Then let's try the charge. Very lucky. Turn and face. Held firm. Too bad. Yeah, face him down, it's fine. Okay. So annoying, the situation with the elephants. Thanks to this form of light cavalry, also I could not make use of these guys easily, although perhaps they'll still be able to do something. Next turn. Bounce it and fall back. Good. We held firm on the impact. We'll lose this fight, hopefully slowly. Possibly not. Freeze up his infantry to charge my infantry and stop it from blocking the elephants. Okay, well, do we frag? Come on, you're better than that. That's what I thought. Keep the pressure on these master archers. Lock them in. How bad? Ooh, well, get ready to make them pay. He might rear charge us, but hopefully they'll bounce off. Otherwise, we'll have to be irritated again. I think I will keep this unit here so that they have to charge this disrupted unit. It's not good though. I'm really irritated that I just could not, for all the early game maneuvering, find a way to fight these elephants with my spearmen, but at least my spearmen are doing good work. Do we join in? Set up a flank nicely here. Not much we can do about that. I could pin that unit at least. That's something. Lock them in. Shoot more arrows while we wait to see what happens when this fragged unit breaks. With only 6 turns remaining, we'll have to charge soon. I'm not going to turn to shoot because that would break our zone of control lock on this tile, which is what we need right now. Now one thing he could do is charge here, try to break our Bedouins, and then pursue into the flank of our heavies. I can only hope that he doesn't do that. Let's move off. There's nothing much our lights can do there. Trari says the difference there being not one disruption test passed versus not one failed. I don't know what he's talking about, but I guess we're about to find out. Oh, well, that's not helpful. Well, we held firm. Maybe that's what he's talking about. This is not looking too good on the left. Do we bounce them? I doubt it. Yeah, they stick it. Goodbye to the center then. Do we frag them? That would be nice. It is nice. And that's nice. %, to 0, but we're about to lose a number of units. Let's at least take care of this first, though. 25. Charge this fragged unit. Alright, what happens there? Nothing. Okay. Let's get ready to flank if we can. I could do that. If I bounce, it's a waste, but if I stick, I can flank them. Or I can just sit here and shoot, but I don't think I have time for that. Lucky me, it went well. Although, ooh. I still think this whole left wing is about to go. Do we keep shooting or do we charge? Charging isn't that effective, so we might as well keep shooting. And I'm going to try to avoid this whole situation. They only disrupt it, so unfortunately we're gonna have to keep putting up with their shit. I just have been completely unable to use this unit because I've been slightly outnumbered in units here. Okay, so they set off in pursuit. This is not entirely a bad thing. If I can find a way to concentrate some archery and slingers on these elephants once they stop pursuing. Okay, we're up 20, but that's deceptive considering how bad things are going to go here. Exclamation points. Triple exclamation points. Well, I hope it's something good for me, but, you know, it's kind of alarming. Hold firm. Bounce. Yep. And we held firm for some reason. Maybe not. No, we do. Bounce. That was a mistake. I think he may have just opened me up to be able to flank that unit. Okay. Well, he did. I'll take full advantage. Good. Oh, come on now. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, now the bad things. Bad thing number 1. Yeah. Okay. Bad thing number 2. Oof. Yeah, there goes the whole left. Got a few arrows left. Let's herd these guys along. Very good. Even better. Okay. What do you do? Not really sure. I guess hover. No, maybe not. Ah, get out of there. They're too disrupted. Although we might need them to cover the flank. So here it is. Alright, how's that? Lovely. Okay. Turn around. Let's see here. They're still pursuing, so we'll save our ammo and not shoot. Rush 3 units after. There we go. Now these two can work on this unit of Dailami foot. Shift over. Turn around. We'll get rear charge again. Maybe now that they're disrupted, they won't stick it though. Alright. Up 17. 4 turns left. Next turn. Oh, god damn it. They're just gonna stick it again. Truly the worst. Someone's in that tile there. Was it the archers? No, maybe it was a unit of lights. Double drop. Very nice. Should bounce that. I will never be able to use this unit, apparently. Wasted 84 points. Well, let's at least clean this up then. We'll then waste time pursuing, but at least it's points. It might be worth sending some lights to investigate whatever that was. And we actually positioned here perfectly. Although it's not going to help us with rolls like that. Hold firm. Okay, and this is very awkward. Huh. Not sure how to get out of this situation. Suppose there really isn't a good way. Three turns to, I'm guessing, the draw. Well, Triari is feeling unlucky. That just summed it up. I could not buy disruption pass anywhere while I have to get auto breaks on your units. Awful results. Maybe so, but we're still headed for a draw, I'd say. Unless I get completely absurd rolls. It's an endgame. It's just not going to happen in 2 turns. An endgame is just not going to happen. There's no way. Ooh, now that is awkward. It's unfortunate. If we had more time, I think I'd probably scrape by a close win. Does that mean I made a mistake in pushing forward so slowly? I don't think so, because I don't think I could have had so much success when he was bunkered down between here and on here. It's a 100 height hill. I think I had to wait for him to move out a little bit. Good. Oh, we are low ammo, so let's just shoot again. And then he'll probably move, what, here? If he moves here, we'll just all turn and shoot. If he moves here, we're set up for a perfect arc of fire. Okay. They fragged and fell back would be okay, but they did not. Oh man. Never catch them. That's right, who rallied up? Hello. Send our Bedouin light horse after them. Not that it will matter. Next turn. There we go. Could easily break right away. Well, not yet. Alright, it looks like we get to play one more turn. Well, for starters, we'll clip off the edge of this unit. Maybe if we're lucky we'll pursue down the line, but I don't think that's too likely. Ugh, maybe we get one more turn after this. If we do, might have a chance to do some damage. Harass them towards that auto break in case they rally up. Come on now. Unfortunate. Now the real shame is that I think we would win this match if only we had a little more time. Well, Trary is still bemoaning his bad luck on the cohesion rolls, but well, it's a draw anyway, so especially with that rally. Ouch. Okay, so we get our last turn, so let's do some damage. There we go. Low ammo skirmishers can cause cohesion checks on elephants. You just really have to pile on a lot of fire. Now the bad things. Well, a couple more turns and we would have scraped by a narrow win, but draw it is. Okay, so Trari just says he's had a prolonged streak of poor luck with the Dailami, including losing 2 generals in initial combat in 1 turn. Yeah, that's pretty painful. I don't know, luck does come in streaks. You get good luck, you get bad luck. I guess I maybe a little bit artificially just try not to think about it because it can lead to bitterness or uh, thinking too much that I lost a match because of luck. Not that that never happens, but I think it's more constructive to try to think about what I did wrong, maybe at the expense of playing down luck more than I should. I suppose those of you who have watched a number of my matches can be the judge of that. Excellent. Do we hold firm? Yes. Still held firm. And then he held firm. So really, I think if I had one more round of melee, I'd win this thing, but I think it's going to end right now. Very regrettable. And one notable thing is that in the next patch, it's going to change the setup so that right now the host, who starts down here, they deploy, and then the next player deploys and plays a turn. In the next patch, player B will also just deploy, and then player A will make the first move. So, had that been the case, I think I would have had one more turn. Or maybe he would have simply had one less turn, I'm not sure. Anyway, close match. Had I broken this unit, and then broken this unit and caused a cohesion collapse on the elephants, which could have rippled a bit here, I would have pushed him over 60. But it was not to be. I was probably overcautious in my advance. At the same time, I do think an assault when he was still deployed here to here, or here to here to here, would have been reckless and too dangerous. But I do think I wasted too much time shuffling my spearmen back and forth, trying to get them to fight the elephants, all for nothing in the end. And maybe I should have simply accepted the loss of a cavalry unit and let them break through in exchange for more decisive action or rapid move to contact elsewhere. So that's okay, though. A draw's not a loss. This is my last match of Season 9 of the Digital League. So I entered Biblical and Early Middle Ages, both Division A, and I ended Biblical at 5 wins, 5 losses, and this ends Early Middle Ages at 4 wins, 2 draws, and 3 losses. So no danger of relegation, but totally middle of the road for the division, which is how I have played for I think the last 4 or 5 seasons, honestly. And I'm perfectly happy with that. The player base of the game has noticeably grown. There are a lot of newer players that are really good or even better than me already, so the pool of people who could enter Division A has grown, and I've at least managed to keep pace and hold my own. So I can live happily with that. So next season we'll hopefully be looking at Field of Glory 2 Medieval being released. So season 10, I am hoping for a High Middle Ages division to open up. A good close game to Triari. Till next time.